Yeah.
Saturday night main event was boring and bland for the most part. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, Saturday night main event is not needed. What purpose does it serve? It serves no purpose at all. It's just another extension of Monday Night Raw and Smackdown. That's all it is. It's not that important. Nothing out of the ordinary happened. I'm glad that Bronson Reed is back. I'm glad that Cody Rhodes is back. Okay, cool. But you don't need to have Saturday night main event 4 times a year. For what? Just run your pay-per-views 12 times a year. That's it. That's it. And you can do TLC in December. If you don't want to do it near Christmas, just do it during either the first week of December or the second week in December and call it a day. And make sure most of your top stars are going to be there. That's all you really have to do. It isn't that hard. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Triple H is a bad booker. He is a bad booker. Him and Tony Khan are neck and neck on bad booking because they don't know how to book. Again, this show was not that good. I was entertained by Ron Cena versus John Cena. That was great. That was funny. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's really how Gunther and Pat McAfee should have been at WrestleMania. That's what, I mean, not at WrestleMania, but a couple weeks ago. That's how that should have been. But I don't get it. I really don't. Let's just go ahead and get into this show, shall we? So, it takes forever to the show to start. Joe Tessitore, he's just running down the intro and everything else. The show didn't start till about, I think, 8:08, basically. So, the first match of the night, Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. They defeat Sami Zayn and CM Punk with the help of Bronson Reed. Yes, big Bronson Reed, mate. Yeah, he's back. I mean, even though that was New Zealand. I mean, Australia, not New Zealand. It's the same thing, basically. So, basically, Bronson Reed showed up towards the end of the match, basically crashed through the barricade. It basically exploded into a million pieces. He took out CM Punk with that. Then Bron Breakker speared the shit out of Sami Zayn for the 1-2-3. Post-match, Bronson Reed gets into the ring. He stares down Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins embraces him. Paul Heyman is thrilled. And then Bron Breakker shakes hands with Bronson Reed. And then the heels, they celebrate for a brief moment. CM Punk tries to fight back, but he succumbs to a senton splash. And then Rollins and Braun, they hold down CM Punk. And then Bronson Reed does the tsunami. And then they stand tall over CM Punk. So this was fine. It makes sense. But these guys have been feuding for months. So my thing is, at some point, can we get a fucking explanation as to why all these guys are happening? Are coming together. Why is this faction together? What's the mission statement of this faction? We don't even know the name of the faction. I don't get it. What is the point of all this? Because when Roman was in the bloodline, that's where they're mimicking all of this from. Who's going to be the fourth man? Is he going to be Karrion Kross? mean, who's going to be the fourth man? I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I don't. And there are way too many commercials on this show. Because I switched and I watched it on my laptop, and then I watched some of it on my television. But, you know, it was still riddled with commercials. There was nothing that can be done about that. It's just, it is what it is. All right, moving on. So, Kathy Kelly's backstage with Chelsea Green and the Secret Harvest. Chelsea Green says she's risen from the ashes. Chelsea Green says the votes are in. And when she beats Zelina Vega, she'll enter the second term as the United States Women's Champion. Chelsea Green says, thank you for your service. All right. So then this leads us into Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. Zelina Vega wins. There was several botches in this match. Zelina was supposed to go for a 619. She botches it. So then Piper Niven and Alba Fire, they got involved, but Zelina Vega was able to take out both of them, and then she ended up hitting a code red off the second rope for the 1, 2, 3. And Chelsea Green's nose was busted up pretty bad. I'm like, damn, Zelina, you botching Rey's move? How can you botch Rey Mysterio's move? He was one of her trainers next to Tommy Dreamer. How the hell? Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say at this point. I really don't. I feel bad for Zelina, but she should know how to do the 619. Seriously. If you don't, then just don't attempt to move. Just do your basic code red. That's all you got to do. But it is what it is. Hopefully Chelsea Green will be okay. She probably will. But it's bad. Like, Zelina Vega should have known not to do that. And the crowd booed pretty loud with that. So, yeah. Like, that should have never even been attempted. If she didn't know how to execute the move properly, don't do it. Do not do it. So, hopefully, Chelsea Green will recover. But it seems that the Women's U.S. Championship is pretty lifeless. I mean, I like Chelsea Green. I'm a fan of her because she's got personality, and you know she's a gimmick wrestler. Zelina Vega, she's okay, but she's better off as a manager. She's a really good talker, really good on the mic, and maybe that's something that we should do for her instead of her, wrestling. Kind of need to put her in a managerial role. I think that would be best for her. Moving on. So, they talk about Worlds Collide. That's going to take place on Saturday, June 7th at 3. That's cool. Vikingo is going to be taking on Chad Gable. Vikingo, he was showing at ringside. That was pretty cool. So, then apparently we're getting Great American Bash and another Saturday Night's Main Event on July 12th. So that's to compete with AEW. I mean, why wouldn't we expect that at this point? They're doing that again on Sunday. It's going to be NXT and AEW head-to-head. So, I mean, why wouldn't that happen? And they're considering bringing back Evolution on July 13th. So, yeah, there's that. Then this leads us into John Cena versus R-Truth, or Ron Cena. This was great. R-Truth came out dressed as John Cena's traditional attire. It was great. The crowd loved it. I loved it. It was pretty cool. You can't wrestle, yes he can chant broke it. That was pretty cool. Basically, the finish was John Cena hitting the AA on Truth and getting the win. So the referee handed the title to a crew member John Cena hit a low blow, basically, and then he hit the AA for the 1, 2, 3. Match was pretty fun. Didn't last for about 3 to 5 minutes, and we all had a good laugh about it. So, I mean, this was pretty good. You know, Truth did all of John Cena's 5 moves of doom, basically, so that was great. I think John Cena being heel, it's kind of come to an end. I mean, he's still trying to play into the character. It's not really working. Truly, this is a letdown, but it is what it is. At this point, by SummerSlam, he should be a babyface. Because I'm pretty sure that's when Cody's going to challenge him, is going to be at SummerSlam. And so then, from there, from SummerSlam until his last match, he needs to try to have a redemption arc to redeem himself. So, yeah. Moving on, this leads us into a backstage segment involving Logan Paul and John Cena. So, Jey Uso is walking backstage when he bumps into John Cena. Cena says it's been a long time. Jey Uso says he hasn't seen Cena since he eliminated him to win the Royal Rumble. John Cena's happy is that Jey Uso remembers that. John Cena's looking forward to the next time he sees Jey Uso. There's something special about Jey Uso being from one of the most prestigious families in wrestling history and losing the title to Logan Paul. Wouldn't it be something if Cena's clock runs out and the only title left is around the waist of a YouTuber? That would rule in wrestling. John Cena says there's a lot of pressure for the match tonight. Cena sarcastically wishes him luck and says he'll be watching closely. Okay, cool. Then there were a couple legends and stuff backstage. I mean, you know, at ringside. So that was pretty cool. So Tatanka was there. Leilani Kai was there. That was pretty cool. So then this leads us into the steel cage match between Drew McIntyre and Damien Priest. Match was okay, but I did not like the finish at all. I'm surprised Damien Priest won here. McIntyre should have won, especially when he hit the Staff of Heaven into the Claymore. That should have been the finish. I was like, what the hell? What the hell's going on with this shit? So, it didn't happen. Match continued, and then Damien Priest, out of nowhere, he throws Drew McIntyre into the steel chair that was on the turnbuckle. Then he got another steel chair, did the concerto that was given to him by Edge, and Damien Priest just gingerly walks out, and that was it. And Jesse Ventura lost his shit on commentary, which was great. I loved it, because I agree. It's like, Damien Priest could have pinned Drew McIntyre. He could have climbed out of the steel cage. Either or, he still would have won the match regardless. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have preferred him climbing out of the cage, or if you didn't want to do that, just pin Drew McIntyre. Come on, bro. Get real. Apparently, Drew is still injured, so maybe that's why they wrote him off like that. They ended up bringing stretchers out post-match, and then Drew basically just... he refuses to help, and so he was able to leave under his own power. So, I mean, Drew is still pretty banged up. Banged up pretty badly still. Hopefully he's okay. So, I mean, the match itself was relatively safe. It wasn't, you know, like I thought it was going to be, because, I mean, it was on national television, so why would it be like that? I thought it would be all crazy. It wouldn't. No. I mean, now, if it was AEW or TNA, probably. I would have been, you know, kind of unsafe. But WWE, especially main roster, no. All right. So, this leads us into the main event of the evening. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso wins. So, Jey Uso ended up hitting the Uso Splash. John Cena comes out. He pulls the referee out at 2. Cody Rhodes shows up, gets a really good reaction. He was only gone for 4 weeks, 28 days. So, he takes out John Cena. Logan Paul brings in the brass knuckles, but Jey Uso ducks, and then Jey hits Logan Paul with a spear, followed by another Uso splash for the 1, 2, 3, and Jey Uso retains the World Heavyweight Championship. Then, Cody Rhodes gets on the mic and says to John Cena, "You've ruined enough. I'm sorry that the John Cena Farewell Tour rode right through Rhodes country, but he's back. He's ready to fight. You got yourself a partner in Logan Paul. I found myself a brother and the World Heavyweight Champion. We'll see you at Money in the Bank." And then that was it. So it is what it is. That's kind of lame that Cody and Jey Uso are going to face off against Logan Paul and John Cena, and that's it. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's so lame. There's nothing on the line. It's just, hey, look, I'm back. I don't know, man. Again, Saturday Night's Main Event was a waste of time. I'm glad that Cody Rhodes is back. I'm glad that Bronson Reed is back. But again, Saturday Night's Main Event, in my opinion, should have never happened. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.